Hey guys, Pressure here once again with Two Guys Gaming. We're here checking out the Hex beta. I was lucky enough to actually get one of my beta key from a streamer that normally is pretty popular. He hooked me up, gave me a key, and now I'm checking it out. This game is very similar to Magic the Gathering and other TCG games that are popular out there right now. The one that's closest to the most, though, is got to be Magic the Gathering. I know there's talk about how they're in a lawsuit with Wizards because of the likeness of the game. I can see the likeness, but it definitely does play a little bit different, and there's different stuff to this game that make it its own. Not really worried about it. I think this game has a real bright future for itself. So just checking it out here. This is actually one of the champions here that you're looking at. It looks pretty cool. Champions are sort of like planeswalkers that have abilities you can use once you have enough threshold with them, and then you use their special ability. So it kind of adds a cool thing to the game. So let's take a look at the campaign. Now, it's not in the game yet, but you can kind of see the little world map thing. It is 3D. You can spin it, go all the way around. So it's kind of cool. I mean, looks like it's gonna have a cool setup here. Supposedly there's gonna be raids. There's gonna be dungeons, I think. Some sort of bosses you can fight. I'm sure, as well as just random, I guess, NPCs you fight with cards or whatever. So you can gain equipment, abilities. Abilities no, but equipment yes. Cards. I'm assuming you're probably going to gain gold, as well as equipment and PvE cards. Those are currently in the game. I don't know if you can use them yet. I really haven't researched a whole lot into that yet. But they are there. You can get them on the auction house or get them out of the chests that you earn from tournaments. But yeah, this is the world. Going on to the play area. You have proving grounds and tournaments, or tournaments, however you want to say it. Proving grounds, let's take a look at that. This is where you can challenge people here, or you can kind of get to a queue. Choose what deck you want and hit challenge, and it finds a player for you. Sometimes this can be longer than just challenging someone here, so generally you can do it either way, but you can play the computer. It's not as challenging, and sometimes the computer is either really good or really bad. Generally, you don't want to do that for deck testing. You really want to deck test with people that are out there, because that's who you're going to be playing, not the NPCs. But it's good. Playing the NPC or the computer is good for just seeing how your deck will work. So it does have some benefits, but I'd rather play a living person. Now, taking a look at the tournament area. Let's give it a second here. It's loading up all the things. So there's different ones you can join into. This is competitive constructed queue. So it's probably got single elimination. Yeah, single elimination. It only starts when it's full. The rewards are pretty good. It's got 7-pack reward and 20,000 gold. Let's see. This one's 4-pack for second place. Third and fourth place take 2. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th just get gold. You got competitive drafts, single elimination, constructed queue. So this is going to be like your normal constructed. What does it take to enter actually? See what it does. So actually, there's a fee of 300 plat and looks like 3 packs. So it does actually have a fee. Draft queue. That's probably my favorite right now, just because I don't have a lot of the cards yet. Slowly gaining those, but you join those, it's going to be the same. You enter in with the booster pack. And I'm assuming this is just where you play with the staff. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's sealed, single elimination draft, Swiss draft. I guess these are already ones that are going on right now. But that's the tournament ones. It's another thing you can do, but they usually require fees. But pretty much you can go to Proving Grounds and just play as long as you want for free. Profile doesn't have that in there. They don't have that in there, rather, just yet. Probably, you would think it probably doesn't take a whole lot to do, but they're probably designing everything to keep track of your stats, maybe win losses and stuff like that, and the percentage your deck wins. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see soon enough. We have the social one. It's got your friends and your mail. So friends, obviously I have Salus on here. He's offline. Pending, like when you're sending an invite or you get an invite, and then ignore for all those wonderful, wonderful internet trolls. You just throw them in there. Or technically gold farmers. I don't know if that's going to be a thing in this, but you know, you never know. Also in social you have mail. It's where you check all your inbound mail, sent mail, compose. Normally mine's like full of just messages saying that I bought something, and I always forget to delete them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the card manager. Now this is going to look familiar in pretty much every TCG game out there. They're all pretty familiar. I mean, it just has all your cards listed here, the quantity, the color, the source, and you know, in other games you can, you know, filter it to where you only have a certain amount of cards showing. But yeah, generally have those in here. Cool thing about this game though, is it has socketable cards. Let me give you an example here. So this one is effigy, and it has a socket gem. Now it says socketable minor, so you click, and generally, so this is how it works. So you have shards. So if you're running, let's say you're running blood and ruby, so it means you are, for the sake of what's right here in front of us, blood and diamond. So you can put any one of these two minor sockets in. So let's just pick one. Okay, that one is not available. It's because we don't have a deck, but that's fine. You click select and it goes into here, and as you can see, there's like 4 for every color, and they all do something different. But it's really cool. Let me just show you a couple of the crazy cards. Some are generally with most cards that or TCG games. They're gonna be very similar, but this guy's crazy. So it's the Kraken. Kraken's cool. When he enters the play, you put tentacles into play. Basically, you put 8 tentacles into play. When he leaves, like when he dies, then the tentacles go with him. But he gets +1/+1 for each tentacle that is into play. Now, that is pretty good, but it does take 8 and 3 threshold of this, so it can be a little bit harder to get out. Still, in my opinion, I don't think it's a amazing card, but I think it's a fun card, unique, definitely. Let me show you some here. So this guy is he can get big really quick. He can excuse me, especially if you're in a mill deck. If he's in a mill deck, or just something where you have a lot of hate, getting rid of a lot of creatures, or you're discarding yourself. He's cool. He's pretty good. Let's see. This guy's unblockable, has life drain. So some of the mechanics, life drain is if you play Magic, it's similar to lifelink. So when you do damage, you gain that back in life. This dude, This dude's cool. I guess not a dude. Well, yeah, it's a dude. He's basically every turn he gets a counter on him, and basically you only want to remove the 8 counters. Well, you have to spend 6 and then remove the 8 counters, and then you get a spider that comes into play, and I think they're like 2/1s. So you can definitely overrun someone with those. It's won me drafts before. Let's see, another cool card. Pretty sure everyone's familiar with cards like this. Murder. This one can only be blocked by artifact or of the same shard. So it's kind of similar from other TCGs. Okay, so this card's definitely a game changer. It's called Living Totem. It's 2, and you spend 3, and it gets any one of these. So you spend 3, it gets +1/+1. Spend 3, Swift Strike. So Swift Strike, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but with Magic the Gathering, Swift Strike is equivalent to First Strike. You attack first. Yeah, you can give them Flight, you can give them Life Drain, and Steadfast. And Steadfast is similar to Vigilance in Magic. So that's definitely good. There's some unique mechanics in here as well. Like this dude, you reveal the top 10 cards of your deck. If they're for each human, he gets +2/+2. So if you're running like a heavy human deck, then he gets big pretty quick. I actually snagged this from a draft. She costs 0 if she's in your opening hand, and she gives all troops basically life drain, which is like lifelink. So that's pretty cool. This is a card that's similar to Oblivion Ring in Magic. So you basically exile something. When it gets destroyed, the exiled card comes back into play. Trying to see if I have any really cool cards that are cool. Yeah, this card is sick. You can basically, there's a deck, I think it's called Gore Storm. It's based off of this card because you pretty much just get, all troops get +1 rage, which rage is every time you attack you get +1 attack. But you also get an additional combat phase with this. So, and it's, look at the price on that. 4, definitely doable. Especially with this guy. This guy can definitely be a bomb. Especially when all you need to do is 1 and he gets +1, so you can pump him up pretty high. Definitely want to run probably this, so make it to where he's unblockable. You just pump, unblock, hit, win. So he's a good card. This guy, he's pretty good, and it deals 1 card for opposing champion and troop. So I guess per card that inspires it is how it works. So it's a good card. Oh, I totally forgot about this guy. This is my legendary guy I got. Basically, when any orc, it's definitely for an orc deck, but when any orc does damage, you put a Savage Raider into play. So he definitely puts more troops out there to play. Do I have filters? No, I don't have filters off. But yeah, he's definitely a good card, and he's only 4, so that's definitely doable. And he's a 4/4. So yeah, those are generally my good cards. But I thought I had a couple others that were pretty crazy. I have a green one. Where is he at? Another legendary. There he is. Some green dragon. He's pretty decent. He's a 5/5 flyer. When you play a non-resource card, he gets +X/+X attack and defense basically this turn, where X is that card's cost. So definitely, if you're playing something high, he can get really ridiculous. Other than that, I really don't have that many ridiculous cards. I'm still working on it. Let's see. Oh, I do have this one guy in blood, which he's pretty good. think I have him. There he is. So he's kind of crazy. He does cost a lot. He's a 4/4 flyer. When a poisoning champion draws a card, they reveal it, deal damage equal to them. Basically, it does damage equal to the card cost. So it can be, that can be pretty devastating if they're playing something expensive. But I don't think I see anything too detrimental or too crazy. Then I have my Shinhir desk deck rather with the champion. I haven't showed you guys this, but there's a bunch of champions you can choose from that do different things per your color. The one I got, he puts a battle hopper into play. But there's this guy does 1 damage. That's the guy on the front screen on the home page. He does 1 damage, and then you gain 1 life from that damage. This guy gives life drain, which is equivalent to lifelink. I'm not gonna read them all, but they're pretty. It adds a nice touch to this game. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to the auction house now. Auction house, just like any other auction house in any other MMO you played. You got your rarity you can choose from. Let's check out legendary. You know what? We're gonna check out a ruby. You know what? We're gonna do wild. I haven't seen a legendary wild, I don't think. So you just hit search, brings up everything. So, oops, brought up the ruby too. Gotta unclick that. So this card, I've had this played against me before. It's definitely a crazy card. But you just hit over. Pretty self-explanatory. If you mess with one auction house, you mess with them all. This dude, it has crazy threshold. But I mean, look at him. Crush, invincible. He must attack each turn, and he's a 6/6. That's pretty devastating. And there's that guy I have. Looks like someone's trying to sell him for 1,000 plat. I think most of the time it goes for 500 though. So definitely got lucky on that. That was like the first pack I ever opened. Which I stopped doing that. The pack raptors are really awesome. I mean, it's 1. And then you create 4 others and shuffle them into your deck. So it's pretty crazy. I do like the pack raptor. I haven't acquired one yet, but hope I do. You can actually buy packs as well. If you look here, price is $159, like pretty much consistently. There's $149, a couple of them. And just remember why I say this and I'm pointing this out. Stash items. So there's no legendary, that's why it's blank. But when you search, you'll see like these PvE cards. I'm sure they're gonna have some mechanic or something to where you can use those. So I'm shocked to see that they're going so high. But there's equipment, Aqua Mask. Not sure if you can equip it or not yet. There's another PvE card. Here's a armor, weapon. Now I know some cards you will be able to equip with these equipment, and I think your champions you can equip as well. But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the store now, and let's see here. So here's the packs. They're about 200 platinum piece. And remember the packs that are sold on the auction house? They're cheaper. They're cheaper than buying them from the actual Hex store. So my guess is it's people who win packs non-stop and they just want to get rid of them quick, and they know that people buy them cheaper. So definitely something to consider if you're looking to buy in packs. I definitely will, because that's definitely cheaper. VIP, I don't know if it's worth it or not yet. I mean, I did it. It's just a subscription for $4 a month. You get a free pack every week, and every month you're able to enter a tournament. It's like a special tournament, and supposedly you can get really good packs out of it. I'm not sure. I haven't done it. I haven't really talked to anyone who's done it. Now, these are the starter packs. Basically, when you start this game, you're going to do the tutorial. and after the tutorial, you basically pick one of these packs to keep. I did the orcs, and I believe Salus did humans, and we kind of played each other a couple times. Shin hair is probably not different from the deck that I run with my Shin hair, so it's probably very similar. Dwarves, I hear, can be pretty good, just based off their artifacts and little tricks that they do. But generally the decks are really good, they're really fun. They each have their strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, that's the starter packs. You can always buy platinum. Like you see, I have a few platinum and gold. Anytime you get codes, you redeem them up here. When you have packs, you can go here to open them. Let me show you this other area. So this is like a little altar. So not only is it an altar, it works like a slot machine. So this tells you kind of what, if you roll these symbols, that's what they do. Generally, you take this and you drop it into this altar, and then it'll give you the option to roll, but you got to pay for that roll. When you roll, it goes into the slot machine thing, and if you match them all, then you're able to open up the chests. Now, if they're anywhere, like if you look down here, it says red icons gift exclusive rewards. The gold gives well, it says gift gold, and 3 gold icons gift exclusive rewards. Not sure what that means, but generally when you open these chests, you're doing it to get better cards or whatever they contain inside them. But you have to do it in the roulette system, so you're not always going to get it. And as you can see, these 12 commons, I didn't match them up, and they can't be opened yet. But I think later on, when the game releases, you're able to buy to open them, and it may not offer as good a reward, but I'm just guessing at this point. Could be different. So we'll go ahead and go back. Yeah. So that's pretty much Hex in a nutshell. You've seen everything. I enjoy it immensely. It's a great game, very fun, doesn't take long to learn. If you can snag a key or an invite, definitely do it. It's worth checking out. This game will be free to play when it comes out, so you're not needing to buy anything. It's just, it helps if you do. And the drafts, they're fun. I mean, you get cards, and it's just a fun game type. But yeah, I'm Presha with 2 Guys Gaming. Hope you enjoyed the stream here, and hopefully we can see you in Hex. Anyway, take it easy.